welcome to my channel where together we sew. If you're brand new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and ring the bell for notifications so you'll know when I post up videos like this one or when I go live. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I love seeing all of you here and your comments down below. Well, Happy New Year! I can't believe it's 2023 already. It's hard to believe. I don't know where the heck December went. So today is my UFO WIP update that I haven't done in almost over a month. December just got away from me, and with all the Vlogmas videos and preparing for Christmas and the retreat and everything going on, I just never really got a whole lot of sewing in and didn't get a chance to make any kind of video. Not that I would have had anything to share anyway. So my goal this year is to stay on top of it and make a video a week of my UFO WIP update unless I'm out of town, which I will be a couple times this year, but not too many times. So hopefully you'll see one every week, and I'm going to try to stay on top of this and get my stuff done. So the last time I was with you guys, I was making the penguins on the wall behind me. I had only had, I think, maybe 2 of them done, maybe 3 at the most. I didn't really work on them the whole month of December. I took them to the retreat with me. I had a New Year's Eve end of year retreat in Dahlonega, Georgia, which was a lot of fun. I'll tell you guys a little bit more about that in a few minutes. But I took these guys with me and I finished them all up. So the little penguins are done. I just need to sew them together, finish sewing them together, and then sash them, put borders on them, and then quilt them. So I'm really excited with the progress I made. They're so cute, and every single one of my children wants this quilt. I think there might be fights over this quilt. I might have to put this one away when it's not wintertime in a closet so it doesn't get torn up. So even my youngest one has come down here and seen them on the wall and said, "Penguin, penguin," and pointed out all the colors. So yep, I think this one's going to be a hit here in my family. So that's what I've been up to. I'm a little bit behind with some other stuff though, some block of the months, block of the weeks. So I do have some catching up to do with the Corey Yoder Sew Along I was working on, the socialites. I think I'm behind with one designer mystery block of the month from Fat Quarter Shop, and I know I'm behind with one of the Cotton Cuts clues, last month's clue. I haven't had a chance to do yet, and the next clue should be here any day because I saw the shipping, I believe it was last Friday or Saturday. And I know I've seen people already post videos that, you know, they've already received it and put up a video showing their clue. So mine should be here anytime now. So I probably will sew those together and put them in one video because I know some of you are watching and sewing along with me, and I apologize that I didn't get that done, but I'm going to get caught up. My goal in the next week is to get caught up. I got back from Georgia, and that was a great retreat. The ladies were amazing. I loved meeting all of them, and the place was absolutely gorgeous where we were at. It was just very peaceful, and like I said, got a lot of sewing done, made some new friends. We got to go to a quilt shop there that typically was closed between Christmas and New Year's, but they opened just for us. It was called The Common Thread. I'm going to show you what I got from there here in a few minutes. But it was just a really great trip. But then when I got home, it took almost 12 hours to drive home, and I drove home on January 1st. So I got home pretty late, and I was really tired. So I went to bed, and then the next day I woke up sick. Now, what I mean by sick is I didn't have the flu, I didn't have a fever, cold, chills, any of that stuff. I woke up needing my head in a bucket for a few days. So I don't think I got sick per se, like a bug. I think I got food poisoning, and I'm not sure where I got it from. I don't think I got it from the retreat because nobody else there got sick. I don't know if it was, I didn't eat much on the way home because I don't like to stop. I just want to get where I'm going. But I did get a coffee from a coffee place, and I did pick up some chicken to eat. So I don't know if one of those places had some not so good food or what. But anyway, so I'm a little bit behind this week. So I've got a lot of things to do in the next week to catch up for my shop, for customers, and for myself. So now that I'm back up to speed, I'm going to be running 50 million miles an hour, which actually kind of feels good after being in bed for 2.5 days. So normally my UFO WIP videos will go up on Wednesdays, so I'm going to get back to that schedule. I wasn't going to make the one this week because I was like, oh, well, it's already passed, but I don't want to start the new year out that way. I don't want to give myself excuses to not do it. So I was like, okay, I don't care. It's Friday. I'm going to still do it, even though it's a few days late. So that's that. I'm really looking forward to the year ahead. I've got a lot of goals this year. I know some of them are a little lofty and I'm not sure if I'm going to make them all, but I'm going to certainly try. So some of my goals for this year is I'd like to finish at least one UFO a year. That's a big thing for me because I have a lot of UFOs, and in the past I've given a lot of my things away. But this past year in 2022, I started keeping more and more of my quilts, and now I've realized I'm getting a pile. So what I'd like to do is go through this next year, finish some UFOs, and then kind of sort through those piles, and the ones that I'm not completely attached to, which I know we get attached to all of our quilts, but there's only so many you can have right around your house before everybody's like, stop making quilts, and I can't stop making quilts. I'm addicted. So I'm gonna go through the pile then, and then start, you know, donating and finding people to give them away to. I did give a couple away in the last week, so that felt really, really nice to give them to those people, and hopefully wrap some of those people in love for me. So and that took 2 quilts out of my home, which is nice. So I'm gonna do that, and then I really, really want to make it my goal this year to stay up to date with Block of the Month and Block of the Weeks. I don't like feeling behind. It gets overwhelming. I'm a little bit overwhelmed right now, and that's just a personal thing. I know it doesn't matter, but I put it on myself, that pressure. So to keep it off myself, I want to catch up and stay caught up. And I was doing really, really good with all of those until December. December kind of, it was a good month. It was fun. I love doing Vlogmas, but I don't know how I got derailed. I got derailed really quickly. So I need to get myself back on track, and that's just my own personal goal. The other things I'm going to do this year is some retreats, of course, and then my project boxes. I'm going to do a spring one, an autumn one, and then a Christmas one. And I don't know if it's going to be a Christmas box or a Christmas advent. I haven't decided yet. I really would like it to do an advent, but once again, in the industry, products are getting a little bit difficult to get a hold of. Fabrics are more on time than what they were, but there's some things that are going out of stock, and you'd be surprised. Some of them, like thread. The cotton crop in the last couple of years wasn't so great, so now it's getting hard to get a hold of cotton thread. And I love to piece with cotton thread. So there's things like that that I would like to put into advents that I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get a hold of. So we'll see. I don't know if it'll be a project box or an advent box, but either way, I'm going to have some kind of Christmas thing. I'm not going to do a summer box because those haven't been a very big hit the last couple of years, and I think it's because when you think of summer, you're not thinking of sitting inside quilting, you're thinking of being outside naturally, which makes total sense. So I'm going to skip that one, and I'm just going to do a spring, and I'm going to release my autumn one earlier. So if you are somebody who likes to be inside in the summer, you can start working on it. And if you're not, you can come back and work on it when you're ready to, when the weather starts cooling off a little bit. But this way, you'll have an opportunity to finish it before the actual season and possibly use it for the autumn. So that one I'm very excited about. Actually, I'm excited about the spring and the Christmas one too. So this year I also am hoping to do some in-person teaching. That's one of my goals. I've been talking to an adult education center right here near my home, and they have asked me to come in and teach a quilting class in the fall. So hopefully we can work out all those details and I can do that. So I'll let you guys know more when I know more. But fingers crossed that that all goes well. And this year I'm also planning on doing some collabs with some YouTubers. I did the quilt with Sherry McGill, the Not Your Mama's Garden collab with the So Yeah fabric line, and that was a lot of fun. I really, really enjoyed that, and I was so happy that she asked me. And then I also did the collab with Stephen Bland of Bland Designs and the Idiot Quilter for the Missouri Star Quilt Advent opening, and that was a blast. Like, he and I had the best time together, and you all have said that you really enjoyed that. So next week we're going to announce on both of our channels, probably on Monday with a video, what our plans are for our next collab, and it's coming up really, really, really soon, and it's something that you guys will be able to join us with. So I'm very excited about that. So there'll be more collabs coming besides that one, but that's the first one of the year, so very, very fun. Also, starting this Saturday, which is tomorrow, on my channel, Saturdays with Steph, live at 5, I'm going to be starting my Star Block of the Week. I'm really excited about that because a lot of you have asked me if I would do a star sampler sew along. So that's what this is going to be. It's going to be 10 different blocks. You're going to make 2 of each block, and it'll be 11 or 12 weeks for us to get all the blocks done and finish everything. So I'm really looking forward to that, and it's going to be a decent sized quilt. More details very soon. The patterns will be available at stephanies-stitches.com, my website, which I will link in the description box down below. Every Saturday, a couple hours before the show. I'm doing this on a week-by-week basis, so I can't give you an overall fabric requirements, but you'll probably need about a fat quarter bundle and 3.5 yards, probably 3.5 yards of background fabric to be safe. And then we'll talk about borders and sashing and all that stuff later. That background may include the sashing depending on what we need for blocks and how much scrap you have and all that kind of thing. So we'll get there when we get there. So those are some of my goals for the next year, and I'm really excited because I have a lot of things planned, and I just love quilting. This is just my heart and soul is in this craft. So I'm happy to share it with you guys, and thank you guys for coming on this journey with me. So one of the UFOs I want to work on in the next year, you guys have seen my penguins, and that is the Elizabeth Hartman Penguin Party quilt pattern. And I actually had another Elizabeth Hartman pattern before I picked up this one. And Elizabeth Hartman patterns are not difficult, but they are complex. And so when I picked up this one, the Rainbow Rainforest, I saw that there was not only animals, but all these little pieces around the animals, if you guys can see. So I was a little bit intimidated because, like I said, her patterns are very complex. So I decided to pick up the penguin one first and do that because it's not as complex. And I thought if I started with a simpler one first, maybe I wouldn't get discouraged. And I'm really, really glad I did because the penguins came together really nicely. I love the way they look, and it's going to be a great quilt. And now I'm inspired to start another one. So I'm going to be working on this for sure in the new year. So that's one thing I'm going to work on. We went to the quilt shop at the retreat, like I said, the Common Thread. And while I was there, I was looking for some fabric that I could use for the backing for my penguin quilt, because I don't have anything here that I thought would go. And I found the perfect backing. So this is from Canvas Fabrics. It's called Snow Place Like Home, and it's just perfect, and I'm so excited. It's got penguins, and it's got little snowflakes, if you can see there. And I was already planning on quilting snowflakes on the front of this quilt. So this is just perfect. I was so excited when I saw this. I was like, oh, I think they made it for my quilt. And it is so soft. This is the softest fabric I think I've ever felt. You guys know how I feel about art gallery fabrics, like feeling the fabric. This is right up there with it. It's very, very nice, very soft. So I was really excited to find that at the quilt shop. So one of the other things I got at the quilt shop is I have a fat quarter bundle here from Moda called Blizzard Blues, and it's fabric that when I saw it in the catalog, I wasn't really sure I liked it. I liked the colors, but I wasn't sure about the prints, so I didn't order it initially. And then when I saw it in quilt shops, I was like, oh, I really like that. I wish I would have ordered it. So I went back to Moda, and they had a fat quarter bundle left. So I got the fat quarter bundle for myself, but they didn't have any yardage. And so when I was at the shop, they had some yardage. So I got some coordinating of the more neutral, like silvery gray color. I figured I can use this for sashing or borders, or maybe even background for blocks. I'm not sure yet, but I wanted to have a little bit of yardage to go with it because I'm a matchy girl. I like my fabrics to all go together, and I like my lines to go together. So I don't know if I probably should have picked up something for binding, but I don't know what I'm going to do with that fabric yet. So I may go back on their online, because they have an online shop too, and order some binding. I don't know why I didn't think about that until I got home, but I didn't. So I'm glad I got to purchase this. So that'll go with my fat quarter bundle that I already have. And then one of the things I really like to do when I go to local places is to try to find something local that I can bring home and remember it. So last year when I was at the Camino Island retreat in Washington State, I'd never been to Washington before. That was my first time, and I was so excited to be there. It was absolutely beautiful. We went to the quilt shop that was associated with the retreat center, and one of the ladies there had purchased some fabric that I didn't see, and she showed it when we sort of all showed what we purchased. And it had scenes from Seattle on there, some of the ferries, the background mountains, the skyline of Seattle, and I was like, oh, I really need that. So I went back and got some of that, And when I was in the quilt shop in Dahlonega, Georgia, I found this. This is a batik, and it's got bears on it and trees, and then it says Dahlonega, and it was established in 1833, the town. It is the cutest town. They still have like brick sidewalks, and it's just so cute. And they had horses in carriages going around the square. It was just beautiful. I wished I'd taken more pictures, but I'm one of those people who, instead of having my camera out looking at everything, that I like to experience it myself. So later I go, oh man, I should have took a picture, but I don't like walking around with just like my phone in my hand. So I didn't really get that many pictures, but I did get one picture of the retreat center looking out over the mountains with the fire pit, and that's on my Facebook page. So if you guys want to see that, you can check that out, because it was really beautiful down there. So that's something I got there. And then I got one more thing. I got this sparkler pattern, which you guys will see me make this year. And this pattern is called Sparkler, so you have to have sparkly fabric to go with it. So you guys know I love the Fairy Frost from Michael Miller. So I saw this fat quarter bundle there, and I had to get it because it has all the blues and purples that I love. I'm not such a fan of pink, but the pink in this quilt I think will help bring some light pieces where it needs to be to balance out the darker of the purple and the blue. So I'm really excited about this. So I'm going to use this sparkly pretty fabric to make the sparkler quilt pattern. And this quilt pattern is by Wendy Shepherd, and it finishes at 60 by 60. So that should be a quick one to put together. And it's stars. Y'all know I like stars. So that's what I got from the quilt shop there. I have a few more things to show you guys that I got from So Yeah. They had a few things this month that I was new to. This is called Chroma from Northcott Fabrics. And it looks like somebody took a canvas and painted a color, and then they took other colors that kind of coordinated and painted on top of it. It's not like splashed on, but it's like painted on almost like with a paintbrush. I just thought these were really pretty. These are a basic, and I've never seen these before. I just really love them. Again, they're from Northcott Fabrics. If you're interested, I'm pretty sure, you know, So Yeah sells them if you want them on their website. But I just thought they were pretty, so I grabbed those. And then I got a couple of batiks that I really loved. So this is like it's not coming across on the camera really well, but it's a reddish pink background, and then the color on the flowers is coming across, which is aqua floral. I just fell in love with it. I've got this thing with batiks going on that is surprising me, because I've never been a big batik girl, but this year this last year I'm really falling in love with batiks. So I got that one, and I got this like sort of lime green one that also has like sort of a Hawaiian floral on it. So those are amazing. And then on my birthday, they had a Christmas fabric sale. And I don't have a stash of Christmas fabrics, believe it or not. I've used all my Christmas fabrics in the last couple of years. So I saw these and I thought they would be perfect because my kiddos love woodland animals. And I thought I could make some throw pillows for the couch or some gift bags or something like that. And I just love them. They're really cute. So I got that print. And then I got this print. And these are by Free Spirit Fabrics. The name of the designer was not on any of the selvage, so I can't tell you who they are. I'm not sure. I checked. But it's a really cute line. So, and then this green, the green's not coming across, but it's an evergreen color with the poinsettias. So those all go together. So those are all my acquisitions, and that's quite enough. That'll keep me busy for sure. So yeah, that's about all I got with that. So, like I said, look for the announcement with Steven and I next week, talking about our collab, and then look for my block of the week starting up here tomorrow. And then lots of other fun stuff coming up. The Fort Worth Fabric Studio So Long is still going on, the Frozen Memories. And that's going to be a beautiful quilt. It's after I did the block this week, I was like, oh, it's just gorgeous. It's turning out really nicely. So I hope you'll keep watching that and join me. And then there's always another one after that. So watch for information on those coming out forward. And then the Pastry Shop Quilt Block of the Month, the Patriotic Days that I've been working with Sherry on from Pastry Shop Quilts. That's still going on for a few more months. And a few of you have said that you would have liked to have the kit, but it was sold out. Well, if you still want the kit, she has added a few more to the website, so head on over there and pick up your kit and sew along with me. It's not too late to catch up, and of course, all my videos will be up there forever, so if you need to go back and watch them, feel free, of course. So that's fun. I'm trying to think what else is going on. I think that's about it for now. You guys are probably tired of listening to me talk. I haven't made a video or talked to anybody for several days because I've been sick, so I'm getting it all out now. Anyway, so, all right, well, I will hopefully see you tomorrow for Saturdays with Steph and the start of my block of the week, the star blocks, and that's all I got. I'll see you next time. Bye!